Yep, and we're live. Everybody can retweet. Hi everyone. Hi, I'm Christian with Cryptic Hybrid. You're watching, well, me. No, you're not watching anyone. You're watching the screen, obviously. You're hearing me. You're on Cryptic Hybrid, on the Cryptic Hybrid YouTube channel. I should really say that like I don't know, like an Indian guy. The YouTube channel, Cryptic Hybrid. Hello. Sorry. Hi everyone. It's July 29th, 2016. It's really freaking hot in here, but that's good. And I'm not alone, so that means there's more body heat, a lot more body heat. So it's going to be even hotter. I'm here with Brightdawn Entertainment, with part of Brightdawn Entertainment, to talk about their first game that's coming out hopefully soon. It's now on green light. It's called Among Us. Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, hi. Just right off the bat, okay, who are you?
So we are a young team from small country in Eastern Europe, and for Brightdawn Entertainment, Among Us is the first project. So now we are developing our game, and we are very excited to participate in such event like yours interview.
So we also want to say hi. My name is Alena.
My name is Edward.
Yeah, I'm a social media. I am responsible in the social media.
I am responsible for management and other projects.
Hi everyone.
What other projects? What other projects? Did you say other projects? What other projects? It's fine. It's
a secret.
All right. Oh my god, that CryEngine just liked my tweet. That's good. They should retweet it. CryEngine, come on. Crytek, just retweet. Come on, don't be nasty. Yo, they retweeted. That's so nice. Okay, we'll talk about CryEngine later. It is very sweet actually of them. So Among Us. Okay, this is your first title. You're a young team full of zeal. I'm going to say zeal. That's right. I'm going to say zeal. It's fine. It's good. It's a good thing. So, well, everyone knows that. So Among Us. Tell me what Among Us is. What genre it is. What game is this?
This is the action. It's not an action RPG game. It's a game with its action with RPG elements. So we can tell about this game like this.
What's the perspective of the game? Is it first person? Is it third person?
It's a third person game.
Yeah, it's a third person game. You will play by the character named Jason, the main character, who but only by him. You will have only one person to play with Jason.
So I can tell you about the game and the wall. Let's start from Babylonian Empire time. Bucketnast the Great attacked by monsters, and King uses army to fight the monsters, and soon created a new structure called Hunter's Brotherhood. And almost monster has been destroyed, and after 30 years passed, the event starts the story at the main game. You play as a very young hunter, and a quite simple mission. Hero get his hands the holy relic, the staff of Aaron, which is described in the Bible, and which fell into the hands of Babylonian oligarch after the so-called in the history the Jewish captivity.
Wait, one second. Just so, ancient Babylon had oligarchs. I mean, isn't that like kind of a newer like what is this, like Russia?
No,
of course. I think in every ancient or places there were oligarchs, like not the king, but also the one that have a lot of monies. So.
Yeah, a lot of land. Yeah, lots of power,
lands, everything, rice, for example.
Yeah, well, that you know what, it was a tumultuous time. Sorry, go ahead.
So as you can see, the historical events and fantasy in our game are closely linked together. That sometimes a person who is not familiar with the history of the time and the region is difficult to understand where the history and the fiction begins. But back to the story. From the moment this relic gets to the player, he automatically becomes an enemy to those who really wanted to get the relic itself. Thus, the player gets caught up in a very dirty game. Those people who lust for power in not averse to use against the enemies. Not only such method as murder and deceit, but also trying to take supernatural things to win. And the player will take part in the political conflicts, but during a job, he's also face the Archangels, who will tell him that the Babylon is raising a new evil, which is far more dangerous than what happened 30 years ago. In fact...
Okay, so...
no.
Sorry, just... okay, 1 second. So it's... Because you mentioned quite a few things, so let's get through them.
Let's talk about them
a little bit one by one. Yeah. So you said something in which I haven't read in it's like you don't know a lot as a player, right? How much does your character know of the world around him? Does he come from somewhere, I don't know, a different time zone? Is he just a simple man? Is he special in some kind of way? Where does he come from? Because the game is called Among Us, and it kind of feels a bit like, is this like a play on words about the player not actually being part of the game world and coming from somewhere beyond? Or is the player an actual human from there? From that time period?
Among Us, the title Among Us, it's like, first of all, our main character Dason, he's a young guy. He was when he was small, he was found by. Also, we will talk about the guy Nessin, who is the charge of the Hunter Brotherhood, and he was training. Nessin was training Dason. So the Among Us, it means like. There you can think about the monsters that are around us, but we don't know about them. For example, you can sit right in front of your laptop now talking with us, but somewhere over there the guy named, I don't know, Dason was fighting the monsters, something like that. The Among Us is like this.
Oh, so it's about the so it's about the demons, the creatures that are outworldly, but they are. So wait, this being it is, will this be some kind of journey to discover, like together with the character, with Dason, right? Will he discover the weirdness of the world around him together with the player, or will he have known something beforehand? So when we start playing him, right? You said that he's part of the part of a group that hunts monsters.
Yeah.
How much will he know about the monsters around him? Like, will he be surprised, or will he know things and maybe tell the player and maybe signal the player, oh, this is a monster, I know this one, this is something like that, this is something like that? Or will he learn about the monsters around him together with the player?
Well, I can say that he will know something about some monsters, and also, of course, he will learn something new. Because, for example, you cannot kill the monster if you don't know his parts, how you can kill him. That's why also during the game, of course, player will see new monsters. Also, for Dason it will be new monsters, and then you need to with player you need to search. You need to know how to kill him. You need to learn how to kill him. And also maybe of course during the main story there will be some new things that he will learn, that he will see, that he will surprised about. So like this.
Okay, so some elements will be both a surprise to the character and to the player.
Yeah.
So you're discovering things together. Okay, that's pretty interesting, because it's because at first it kind of sounded like he was kind of a badass, that he was already trained in everything. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to like kill everyone, and then it's like, oh dude, you're way too strong, you know everything. Like, what am I doing as a player? Like, yeah, okay. So what is this Brotherhood? Like, you said that about the creation. are there a lot of people like this? What's their relation? Are they spread all over? Are there, I don't know, are they infiltrated? Do people know them? How do people react to them within the world? I mean, do you hide your allegiance to this brotherhood, or is it something that you will show other characters in the world as you play along?
Well, I can say only that of course there will be other hunters. Like I was mentioned, Nassim, the head of the hunters of the Hunter Brotherhoods, and about if the people will know about them and how they will show their action. This will, only in the game.
Okay. So some people may be.
I think it's much interesting to know about this, how the people are reacting to them, how the people are reacting to monsters, is to learn during the game. If you will tell you everything now, then you'll go, I know that this person, he will know who am I.
Yeah, it's okay. So it's very story driven, and you don't want to give out too many things. Now, just tell me about this setting. Why 541 BC? Why? And why this specific region? And can you tell me about like the game world, how big it will be in terms of what regions it will have, not specifically in-game kilometers or anything. Like what's the game world? Where will the player go throughout Among Us?
Well, about the why 541 BC, it's we can tell that it's the author who made this game, who made this story. It's and also we think that the creatures' mythology is very interesting. During that time was really interesting. There was a lot of wars and everything, so you can put it in one big amazing story. And also there will be one small part in the game that was going to be in 1988 in West German.
1988? Okay, that's new. Yeah. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, in West German. It will be a small part during the main story. But the protagonist, the main character, will be different. It's going to be not Dason, it's going to be another guy. And yeah, but this place, it's actually our game is open world. But in West Germany, it's going to be the small part, so you cannot take a car and leave the Germany to travel all over the world.
Yeah, really? Because I kind of want to leave West Germany, no, East Germany if I'm going to be in West Germany 1988. I would like to go west. So that's a bit of a problem. I want to go west. I'd like to go west. Just like very west. Sorry, go ahead, tell me. It's just a little bit of. Oh, sorry. Before that, I'm sorry because we just have a few questions. Like first of all, hello, F because there are like people commenting. If you can see the chat too. So there's someone saying like Among Us sounds like a Telltale Games. Well, Telltale game I guess title. It's not, right? It's because it's action oriented. Yeah, although it's story driven, right? So you'll have fighting, unlike a lot of Telltale games. It's not about only just talking and choices.
Yes, of course there will be going to be fighting. There also going to be a survival. Of course, you need to fight with the monsters. You need to eat. You need to sleep. You need to train. You need to get some money. In our place is going to be silver. To buy food, to buy something, to modern days. We will travel a lot, so it's not like Telltale games. It's action with the RPG elements, so something like that.
Okay, not that there's anything wrong with Telltale games.
Yeah, of course.
Let's mention that. Especially me, because maybe I'd like free keys from them sometimes. I'm kidding. Maybe. They won't give me tickets anyway. But okay, so it's more action oriented. It's not an adventure game. It's RPG. It's action. It's story driven. But Matthew, no, it's more action. You get actually like chop heads off and stuff. Unlike Telltale games, which
fighting
are
monsters,
a bit more tame.
Monsters.
That's what someone asked me when posted what you were talking about. Really? Is it only for PC? So that's a question. Well, I was thinking of going through that later, but let's answer it right now. Is it PC only, Among Us?
No, it's not only on PC. If you will get the license, we'll release on the on Sony PlayStation, on even Xbox too.
Okay. And so, but is PC the primary platform you're working on?
Yes. At this moment, yes.
Okay. So.
This moment.
Okay. So PC is primary, but. Okay, so PC, no, but that's important because the PC master race is strong. So we have to appease them. Well, I'm kidding. I'm playing only on PC. So yeah. So okay. So PC is primary. The focus will be on PC, and then later on, possible console versions. Okay.
Yes,
so well, let's maybe talk about the research that you've done into this time period and in the mythology. Like what did that entail? Like how many people did you gather around? Did you like get books? Did you go to library? Did you search the internet for like Babylon 2000 BC? Like what was that? Like how was that? How was the research part of creating the story and the setting of Among Us?
Well, we can say, as I already told, that we have an author, the who wrote actually really big like a book about, and yes, he was reading a lot.
Can you tell me the book? Can you tell me the book title?
No, it's only for the game.
All right. Sorry. Okay,
he
go ahead.
written all the story for
At this moment, it's only for the game, but maybe later I will publish it.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, go ahead.
And of course he was making a lot of researches. He was also meet with the people who are specialists in the history of Babylon and everything, of the history of mythology. So we are really trying to make, and we are, actually, I can say that we making the game really, really close to the real events. It's gonna be really realistic, like it was definitely in Babylon at that time.
Okay, so since you said that it's going to be as close as possible, will there be any historic events featured in the game or historic figures?
Yes, I can mention two historical figures that are gonna be there. It's gonna be King Nabanibus and Prince Baltasar. You will meet them, you will see them. Also, there will be such historical events like when Nabanibus wasn't in Babylon, he was in Saudi Arabia. Because of the wars and everything, they're gonna be the part when Persia becomes really a strong country, if I can say that. There's gonna be a lot.
An empire.
The
expansions of the person. Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of historical elements. It's really hard to say all of them, but we're really trying, and we are making it as possible, as close to
real world.
To real world. Also, the people who was living there at that time, they will work like it was at 548 BC, and they will live like that. There are gonna be also problems when the people were living near Babylon. They were like
fleeing war, maybe.
I forgot the word. 1 second.
That's fine. No, you know, I'm thinking that like it's going to be like they were then. You know what? Probably they didn't have Pokemon Go, so that they had a pretty shitty life then. Like, well, I can imagine them just the smelting, just hitting iron and stuff, and like just getting crops and getting murdered before they're 20.
I think they didn't have Pokemon Go, but they had a lot of other fun. For example, working on the fields and everything.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that was so fun for them. Actually, you know what? Maybe there was, because they didn't know anything else. it's not like if you gave them like a football, they would know what to do with it back then, I guess. So yeah, it's probably maybe they love just doing the fields. I don't know. Yeah, actually, the civilization was pretty advanced. It's just what did they do for fun back then? Yeah, probably they were just. Let's not talk about the intimate things.
But something like a ball, and they were kicking it. But I didn't think that it was like a football or something like.
Yeah. Well, if we talk about the origins, I think
table game.
Yeah, actually, maybe there was something like that
because
back then. Like maybe
game that is in that time they're playing. It's called Ur, and it's a table game. If you are interested, you can watch on the Google and search and.
You know, when you said like if you're interested, I thought you said like if you're interested, you can watch on Twitch. I was thinking, wait, there are people playing this game on Twitch? Like, no, okay, I get it.
No.
No, but it's a real game. Okay. Wait, will this game be featured in Among Us? Like, will you see like people just standing outside a whole house, like I don't know,
we're thinking
like
about it.
Yeah, okay, that would be nice. You know,
Maybe
just seeing the day-to-day things.
We're not promising, but maybe we'll include this special game at that time in our game.
Okay, so talking about our game
in the big game.
Exactly. Yeah. Wait. This is wait. So are we talking Gwent like? Like maybe you can play this tabletop game within Among Us? Are you thinking of something like that? Maybe make it as a mini game?
Yes.
Okay. That's important information. Nice. That's and then you know what? Because I didn't mention Gwen like by mistake because when you said this Brotherhood of monster hunters, it sounds a bit like Witchers. A bit. So tell me a bit more about the Brotherhood, how it was formed, and how does it actually, what's its allegiance? Does it just serve the kings, the nobility of that time? Does it get paid for, just to kill monsters? What's their story? Do they have a mission that's higher than, I don't know, the regular things? Do they, I don't know, answer to gods, maybe?
Well, as I can say, they do not speak with the gods. But yes, I can say about we can tell you now about the Nessin, the one that is in the charge of the Brotherhood. They can work on the king. They can because the kings and all the oligarchy, they know who is Brotherhood. They know if they have some problems with the monsters, where they can go to ask. And yes, also if you, for example, if you're gonna play some missions in the game which will give you a Brotherhood, then you get paid. Yes.
So they are work for hire to some extent, right? So people come to them and pay them for their services.
Well, the Brotherhood pay when the Brotherhood give you the mission, then they pay you. And the other, if for example, if some guy came to you and asked you to go to hunt the monsters, will depend if he will pay you or if he will send you only thanks. It will depend on the missions.
Okay, so the player will be able to take missions outside of the Brotherhood, right? So you can just go, and if someone asks for help, you can do that without maybe needing consent or waiting for the Brotherhood to say yes. Do you have that kind of independence?
Yes, of course. It will be. We will have 3 types of missions. It's going to be the small missions, like for example, you can bring me that, bring me this, or something like that. The Brotherhood missions, of
bring
course.
Me their heads.
Yeah. When you go for the monster, when you need to detective missions. When you go, you need to learn about the monsters. When you need to search about the monsters, something like that. And of course, they're gonna be the big missions of the main story. main story missions.
That progress the story, yeah. One thing that's probably not going to be answered because it's too early, but Nursing Splash asks in the comments, how much will it cost? I think it's too early, right?
I think it's too early, yes.
To say, okay, fair enough. I mean, sorry, but it is. It's like it's still
It's
early
like
times.
The future 3 years past.
Exactly. It's but you know what? As soon as I know, or well, as soon as Brightdawn knows, and probably they'll post or maybe they'll tweet. Actually, who tweets prices? Maybe they will. I don't know. That'll be fun. Like you're like Blizzard. It's going to cost this. It's going to be free to play. Sorry. No, but yeah, but people want to cost because it does look like it's a big project, right? So it's natural, for people to wonder. Okay, so this looks like a big thing. It doesn't look like an indie game that's going to cost $10, right? So of course, but it's too early. Sorry, it is too early. Let's talk about a bit about the player, right? So you told me a bit about his background. He's part of this group who hunts monsters. What are his? Will we find out his origins in the game? Like where he comes from, where his parents are?
Of course. It's actually also said on our website already that he's from a family. And his family was getting to the slavery of the landlord, and Dason, he killed the son of his landlord, and he escaped from his family because the judgment was he would get killed because of that. Yeah, and as he was wandering a long time, he was desperate already. He was found by that guy Nessin who was training him. Of course, also he will meet a lot of other characters with who he will travel, and yes. In the game, there will be a lot of more, of course, about his family, about why he do that, why he did that, and something like that.
Okay, so his motivations, tell me a little bit about the other people he'll encounter. Like who's he going to interact with? In addition to the Brotherhood, right? His mentor, maybe his boss, basically. Who else will he interact with? Like with kings, with common people? I've seen a few characters that you put, like Beltan, like Nyx, Idmar. Just a bit about the people who you'll talk to in the game.
Well, right now we can tell only about these characters, like who he will meet. It's like a main characters. You cannot play on them, but he will meet them. It's Idmar. He will be the warrior. He is the warrior. He will help Dason during the fights. He is really strong. And also there's gonna be something like a spy. Belton, he knows everything about the king, about the gossips. If you need something to know about Babylon or something like that, you can go and ask him. And there's gonna be Nyx, the woman. She can help you cure your wounds. She's
Wait. So the only woman character in the game is like a nurse.
Well,
can she fight? Won't she fight?
I cannot answer you right now this question, but
okay. Because from her description,
no.
from her description, she looked like she was pretty tough. I mean, she looked like she could handle her own. That's what I'm saying. I mean, maybe she can do more than nursing. Just kill a few monsters, help around.
Well, I cannot say
No,
that
no comment. It's fine.
Great fighter, but about that she's can curing. She no, also she can make poisons or stuff like that that will really help during your journeys, killing monster or people's, for example, your appointment and stuff like this.
So you said that they can fight. Will there be instances where these NPCs fight along beside the player?
Yes.
Or will be
they will help you. You can play with them. Of course, they will help you. Except
not control them though. So you won't control them, but they'll okay.
Yeah, you can control only Dason.
Okay. So it's they will be able to fight with you, but not you won't have direct control of them. Like any type of control, like their equipment, will you be able to maybe change that, or is that also not something that you're planning?
One more time, please.
Because I know, like, because you won't control them directly, right? But will you be able to maybe change their equipment? Like if they fight along you like that, or are they outside of your party basically?
They will have their own equipment because, for example, Idmar, the warrior, he, how can I say that? Maybe he's gonna be much more skilled by fighting the monsters. He knows more things about the monsters, so you can change equipment only on Dason.
Okay. So fair enough. It's. I wish I could control. Maybe in a DLC, future DLC, it's planned. I don't know. I'm kidding. It's just. Tell me about other characters in the game. Or are there any other groups that you will find in addition to the Brotherhood, which seems like a big group of fighters that have a specific goal? Are there any other factions in the game that you will encounter, like thieves, mages, maybe?
Well, I think, of course, no player will meet some others. For example, I was saying the king, Nabonibus and everything, the people. But at this point, we cannot tell a lot about them.
Okay, fair enough. It's so story driven. See, that's the thing. It's like you probably have like the whole story written down, and then it's like all redacted. It's like all black because you can't talk about it. It's fine. I can wait. Maybe you can talk about a little about the Archangels and what's their role in the game, because they seem odd. They seem a little bit odd, like there, given the whole mythology of the world. Archangels are more Christianity, thing. So what do they do there?
We are trying to combine the Archangels and also the Babylon mythology and everything. I can say that yes, they're going to be Archangels. They will help main character during his journeys. For example, you will have something like a call, if we can say that you can ask specifically angel to help you. For example, Uriel's angel Uriel, he will give you his blessing, and if you use this blessing, then you can keep enemies on the distance by surrounding your main character with the fire circle or something like that. Raphael's blessing, for example, can help main character to cure himself. Because
all right, and
yeah,
are there like big powers, big events that you can only use in specific times, or is there something that you can call upon often if you need it?
No, you need
the powers of the Archangel, the blessings.
The blessings, it's gonna be really like big powers.
It's gonna be unique.
Yeah, it's gonna be unique. So it's gonna be hard to ask, for example, Raphael by blessing to cure yourself every time, and also it's gonna be during the main story, a lot during the main story.
You know, now I'm thinking like, yeah, because it makes sense. It's like they're archangels. It's not like they'll listen to you like, oh, hello, I just need a little help. Oh, here, and like they're like, exactly, like, what the hell? We have stuff to do here. We're archangels. Exactly, yeah. It's like just Jesus. Pick a number and just wait your fucking turn. Sorry, but that's true. Sorry, archangel. Don't use that word. That was me. I apologize. That was okay.
You would be great.
Archangels do not curse. Well, it's DLC, Cryptic Hybrid Archangel in Among Us. Post-release, of course. Post-release, because that's on plan. Tell me a bit about Presence, because I didn't really get what it actually is. The presence of what is this? What is this?
You're talking about the part in Germany.
Mm-hmm. Why? No. The presence, because it says you mentioned on the site something called presence, which I don't really know what it is, and that's why I was asking about it. It has to do with archangels apparently. Sorry, I can't find the thing. Okay, in the presence. Oh, the presence of the player. Jesus, I was reading presence because it was just anyway. Sorry, my bad. I thought that presence was like a specific type of event, but sorry, that was my bad. The presence is written with a big P, like with a capital P in on the site, and I was thinking, oh, presence. It's like a big thing. It's an important thing. And no, okay, so it's in the presence of the player. In the presence, the player can talk with the Archangel. Okay, so it's the presence as in. Okay, sorry, that was my bad. I was reading it like.
It's okay.
Okay,
it's fine.
That's something to correct. Just saying. And okay, that was embarrassing. It's fine. Let's talk about a bit about the locations. So you've said like the general area is kind of the Middle East, right? Like. Everywhere where there's like conflict right now, that's where Among Us is played, right?
Well, actually, we will have several locations that the player can visit. It's gonna be from Persian Gulf to the Caucasian Mountains. It's gonna be a really like big space, big geography, where in ancient times where player can travel. So you can visit the desert, the semi-deserts, the Armenia hills. Back then it was called Urartu. In the north there are gonna be green forests, and also during that there's in different places there are going to be different people, different cultures, different mythology, so there's going to be different monsters also, and different animals who live over there. So it's you can travel a lot. As I can say.
And how does that work? How does traveling work? Will you just go like on foot? Will you be able to have, I don't know, horses maybe to aid you? Anything? Will there be like fast travel or quick travel or an element, a gameplay element like that? Because those are really popular, and I'm thinking if they're big places, maybe that would be useful. You know, quick travel type of option.
I can tell that there'll be no vehicles, and the only thing the player can use is the hire cart in any stables or which are often found in cities and maybe in pubs.
Okay, and those will just take you automatically from one location to another?
Where do you want to locate yourself, and you shall pay money to locate yourself. So you can't just sit down, oh, let's go to the New York City. No, it's not be like this. You shall pay, and after this moment you will go to the location that you will want to be.
Okay. So there's can you maybe give us an estimate about the scale? I don't know if you have any maps, like one of the region, right? Like, cause you say that you're going to have 7 regions in all, right? How big would the region be in practical terms, square kilometers? If like just estimate 40, 50, I don't know. How big would a region be?
To be fair, I cannot answer this right now. I can say that there's gonna be one big location. It's gonna be Babylon city. It's gonna be really one big location, the big city. But in kilometers, it's right now I cannot answer you that.
Okay, not definitely. Okay, that's fine. It's gonna be huge. You can say that because it's like
yeah,
Donald Trump.
I think Babylon city is gonna be really huge, so you can travel a lot in the city.
Will you start in Babylon? Will the game start in Babylon, or outside, somewhere outside?
We're gonna start the game. You also can find only during the game.
Okay. No, because it sounds like it's a big hub, and thinking, yeah, maybe you'll start there. Okay, fair enough. Too early. We'll have to wait until, oh my god, 2018. So much waiting. But that's fine. Let's talk about the actual gameplay, right? So you mentioned that it's an action game. It's third person, so you see your character from you see your character in its entirety, his entirety basically. Tell me about the RPG elements of Among Us. What can you do with your character? What are his characteristics? What can you change? Can you level up, for example?
No.
Is there an experience?
We will not have level ups. It's gonna be like this. You will when you will kill a monster, you will have something like action points, and for that action points, you can put them into the skills. You can buy skills. Levels we will not have. We will not have like first level to 21. No, we're just gonna have skills, and the player who's playing, he will just need to lie on his own skills. how he's playing.
Mm-hmm.
He can, for example, if he wants to fight by on hands, he needs to put those action points to that skill. If he wants to fight with the sword, he can put it to this skill. So, but we will not have level ups.
Okay, but so these skills that you can buy, can you upgrade them, or will they give you? Okay, will they give you new moves? For example, if you upgrade a specific skill, will you get more new combat moves, maybe, or perks, other perks?
Yeah. No, it's like it's like in most of the games where you put the action points to the skill. Of course, they're gonna be new one. You're gonna have new movements, new fights, and everything.
More damage, faster movement, kind of like that.
Well, it depends also on what armor you have and on what monster will you fight on the damage more. You need to really in Among Us, you need to think. You cannot just go with the sword to a monster who is not reacting to the sword. It's really you need to discover, you need to investigate, you need to think how you can fight with the monsters. And if you will go unprepared, for example, for the monster who's not
I can tell.
Yeah.
For example, if a monster lives in the caves and hunts only at night, it is logical to lure him out of the cave during the day. So you can faster kill him, or because he can see very well in the bright light.
Okay, so that will be disadvantages to the creature, and
yes, there was some special thing in our game.
Okay, so since you said about that, so your equipment, right? For example, when you get your equipment, will you have to change like for every encounter maybe? Or will it be, just depending if it's a bigger monster, if it's something, or will you have, a specific, like I'm just thinking about inventory right now because you just said, oh, some monsters do this and have different characteristics. Okay, and some monsters take more damage or less damage. So okay, so will I have to have a lot of equipment on me maybe? Like a special sword or a special staff or I don't know, maybe special arrows, and we'll have to carry everything on me and change them depending on what monster I fight?
So I can tell the only one.
Because it sounds like a lot of preparation. That's what I'm saying. It's not a bad thing. It's just an observation.
In the game, there will be axes, swords, mace, and bow. So you can use them. And of course, there will be.
Okay, but can I? Yeah, sorry.
No, I listen to you.
No, can you carry a lot of things? Because it sounds like you have to change your equipment, at least your weapon, maybe. Often, right? Depending on the encounter, will you be able to do that like on the fly, like just change equipment, and have a lot of? Because I don't know the inventory. That's the thing. Is it a sufficient amount inventory that you can just carry everything you need, like a sword and an axe and everything, depending on you kill the monsters accordingly?
It depends on the costume that wears our main hero.
Oh, okay. So this takes us into armor, right?
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
Tell me about the armor.
Maybe I can disappoint some, but the game will have a choice of only 5 sets of armors.
Okay, why? Why is that? Why only 5?
Why only 5?
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why only 5? Why this limitation? Like, what is the armor that important? Like, what does an armor give you? Any of the 5, I mean. Not examples, but how big is are the perks given by a specific armor, for example?
Well, every armor will be like there will be a heavy armors. There will be the light armors. For example, if you need to catch someone who is really fast, you will not put on a heavy armor that you cannot. Run fast. You will put the smaller armor, the lighter armor, so you can catch them. And also, if you will go for someone who is really strong, you will not put the light armor. You need the big one, the big armor. So we will try, because we will have this small inventory. The player he cannot carry a lot of things. That's why we will not have a lot of armors and everything. We will have only the place where you can put everything only in camps.
Okay. And in camps you'll have like a stash, maybe like a cache of with your other weapons, other things that you can change from there.
Yes. In camps we will have this place where you can put.
So you could use your camp. There is such a thing as a safe place, and player will leave the camp for in civilian places, far from civilian places. Sorry for my mistake. And in a safe place, you can treat the wounds, repair, or create something new. There you have access to the repository.
Okay, so wait, because you said repair. Can you repair your items? Really?
Yes.
Okay, and crafting? Will there be crafting in the game?
I cannot solve
like blacksmith.
At this moment will be crafting at this moment. So
okay, but okay, so maybe that's on. But I know there will be herbalism, and herbalism sounds like something you do with your hands, and that's not a innuendo at all. Like, not at all. So herbalism, like, is something that sounds like it's kind of a crafting element. What is herbalism, and how does it play out in Among Us? Would you have to find, I don't know, like flowers around, or maybe ingredients from monsters to make potions or anything?
Oh, every plants in our game will be like the plants that are in our life, and that was that were during that time. So you cannot. It will not be like in various of RPG games. You cannot make like the bubble
like a
that
potion?
you can drink. Yeah, like a potion. There will be not something like that. There will be not potion. You can make something like something like energy drink that will help our character to have more energy, more stamina. And you
Really, I can make okay. Sorry,
something
one
like
second.
that.
Are you
Yeah.
yeah, are you planning a partnership with Red Bull for Among Us?
Maybe.
What? What? You mean that there was like Red Bull in what? I would.
No,
I
it's
mean,
gonna be
it
something like
it doesn't sound like it fits in, but maybe you can make this potion. It like gives you not wings, you know. It gives you strength and power. What's it called? Oh, it's the flying bull. I don't know. You know, maybe
Flying bull.
we could do that. Okay, that's pretty
like
interesting. So
like potions for the tone or something like that. Because also you can make not only potions but also aids or
bombs maybe?
no
Bombs like traps, anything like that?
traps. No, I don't think so. That 1 second.
Yeah, sure. It's I'll just remind everyone that we're talking about Among Us, a game that's coming out 2018, but until it comes out, it needs some green light votes, so you can check out the link in the description below and you can vote for it if you're interested. I think it has at the very least a very interesting story and a very, 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 very interesting setting. So I voted for it, so if you're interested, please go to the link in the description below to Steam Greenlight and give it a vote. Yes, because the yes votes count. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. $9.99. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just like channeling my Johnny Shee. People who know, no, it's Asus is chairman. It's fine. He's a cool guy. He just when he says $9.99, Jesus, it's like what the hell, man. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, well, yeah, and I'm seriously, I should be Asus's chairman, right? Because he's retiring or something. I should get now. No, I'm fine. I'm good with the channel. So tell me about herbalism. What are the things you can make?
The poisons. You can also make the poisons that will help you during the battles to a little bit not kill at the moment, but for example to poison your opponent so you can easily kill him and something like that. And
okay, that's yeah. So that's another element that you can have, you know, to prepare for a fight, right? In order to, you can bring potions or you know, various things with you in order to weaken your opponent and make you stronger. So for example, you can poison, I don't know, I'm just off the top of my head, maybe make a really fast enemy slow, right, with one of these poisons, and make yourself faster, you know. Yeah that's so oops, sorry, tell me about is there any item customization within the game? Will I be able to customize my armor since there are only 5? Can I change maybe color? Can I imbue them with anything like with gems or something that makes them better, or are their stats the armor stats fixed?
No, there will be no such a function. You can customize your items such as color and other things.
Okay. Just tell me about the magic now. Let's talk about the magic, because I mean, sure, melee weapons are great. They can chop heads off, and those are really cool. But what about magic? How will that play out? What can you do with magic in Among Us?
Well, we will not have magic. The player, main character, he will not have mana. The magic in our game is gonna be like like it was in that time, the ancient times. It's gonna be something like talking with the spirits, the curses, and everything. But the main character, he will not use magic because he will hunt those who do that. It was in Babylon. It was like a crime to make such a thing. So like
to practice magic, it was illegal back then, yeah.
Yes. And it was something like a bad things, dark magic.
Really?
So the main character, he will not have mana. So.
But these curses, or maybe will you get them from people? Will you talk to people and maybe pay for curses?
I was just saying that the examples of what kind of magic maybe there will be. It's gonna be just talking with the spirits. It's not like in our day. If we have magic, then it's something like some people say that he's talking with the spirits and something like that. Also,
okay, so no fireballs.
No fireballs.
No fireballs, no thunder. Okay, that's still for the gods. Okay, I got it. So he's just human.
We're like trying to make it more realistic, the game as it should be. Yes, we will have the archangels, we will have the mythology creatures, but it's like mythology and everything. It's like.
Okay, so this realism, how much does it extend with specifically with the player's character in terms of his stats and survival? So will you have to sleep? Will you have to maybe eat at specific times, or will it just be for to increase your health? So how is the survival element? How big is the survival element in the game? Do I have to worry about my character? I don't know, like becoming too fat from eating. I don't know what was back then, like ancient souvlakis.
Well, too fat, no, but of course he needs to eat. He needs to sleep during the night. If the player will gonna walk around by 24 hours, then he will be weak. He will want to sleep. He cannot fight because he cannot raise his hands with the sword. He's too tired. And yes, you need to eat while you're eating, while you're resting. If you have some not serious damages, then you can restore them by eating and sleeping. It's better to do in the camps, in safe places, because if you do it somewhere in the forest, then it's dangerous. You can get into the fight, and it's like a normal people. To be strong, you need to eat and you need to sleep.
True. Yeah. A good night's sleep is okay. Yeah. So, but would you have to do that? Like, okay, so since you said sleeping at night, will there be a day-night cycle to the game?
Yeah. Of course, there's gonna be day and night, like in real life. During the night, people outside, they will sleep. During the daytime, they will work. They will do the average things that they're doing during the day. You can buy things, buy stuff during the day, and also.
And at night, you can steal the stuff. I'm thinking during the day I'll just go to this merchant and buy some things, and I'll give him silver, and then at night I'll go and steal the silver back.
Maybe,
like in GTA.
But also the day and night will the monsters. There will be different monsters during the day, and during the night there can be two different type of monsters.
Mm-hmm. Do you have? I don't know. I don't know if this is far along. How will the night influence the player? Will you see less? Will you be maybe slower? Something? Will there be a difference for specifically the player in his capabilities, fighting during the night and the day? Like, I don't know. Maybe you'll trip on rocks or something.
Well,
will it be more difficult to fight during the night? That's what I'm asking basically.
I think right now we cannot answer you for that questions, but we're thinking about it. We're thinking how to do it more like
More like life.
Yeah, more like life, more
Because I'm
realistic.
thinking if you're like in the middle of nowhere in like in a forest or a desert, right? There's no light anywhere, right? Maybe you went off the path and it's night and you're tired, and maybe even if you're not tired, even the light, right, can impact your
Of course, yeah.
well, everything you do so much. Like maybe you can't see anything. So yeah, but I understand it's too early. We'll follow up with a new interview. Tell me a bit more about the camps, because you touched a bit about them. They're really important, right, in the game, because they're like hubs. They're like your home away from home, let's say. What would you have in the camps, basically? Will you have traders? Will you have people in them? Or are these camps specific to the player? Or are they like just locations within the world where you can camp?
They are specific for the player, and you can save the game in the camps.
Okay.
And
Okay,
also you will have
can you trade?
your inventory there, and of course you can heal your wounds over there, and it's also depends. We cannot tell you right now if there are gonna be large camps with other peoples, but for example, yes, of course, when you have the serious damage, then you need to go to a doctor. You cannot cure him by yourself. If you just need to be treated, you just need to doctor to cure you. So about how much people there's gonna be, and right now we also cannot answer that question. Sorry.
Okay, it's okay to be determined. All right, but it was an interesting point that if you take enough damage, you can't just take a potion or eat I don't know, a burger or whatever you make, right? Or whatever you get, and just heal yourself, which is very interesting, because that makes you have to be more careful when you attack, and so as not to take damage. And also onto that, because I've seen just to touch about the UI a little, the amount of stamina that you have is the maximum amount of health, right? So it's very important to have a lot of health. Tell me why you chose to do that, to have stamina linked to health. Is it for realism?
Yes, because it's also it's like in real life. If you feel bad, then of course, if you don't have a lot of energy and everything, you cannot go and just fight. If you have damage, for example, if the player will have damage in his leg, he will not like run fast, and he will walk.
He's not going to be forced run.
Yeah, of course. And we're making this for realism, of course, just for the player to feel to make player to feel like he's in the game, like he's over there. He's just right now his hand is he cannot take the sword because his hand hurts. So we're trying to make this kind of emotions.
So every hit you take, right, basically it has a big impact, and you have to be a lot careful with your character, because a lot of games are just whatever, you can like just chop the player up, and then just I'll get a potion, and from 1 health to 100, that's it. But in this case, I like what you're trying. Quick question from Matt on the chat. He asks if you haven't planned early access, or will you release Among Us in full?
We will release Among Us in full, but there will be possibly some beta versions.
Closed beta?
Not so closed beta.
Okay, nice. Not so close. Okay, so it's like, is it open or closed? Okay, not so close. Okay. Well, no, that's so open beta basically, like in That's actually an interesting thing, an open beta for a single player game. And speaking of single player, like the actual missions and everything, will there be any co-op in the game?
With other characters?
Are you thinking of that? No, with other players, like, you know, 2 players against the world. Can you play, you know, just co-op basically? No, not multiplayer, but co-op.
No, there will not such stuff.
Because we are, our game is really like it's, we can say that not the player are he influenced the story. The story is influenced on the player, because during the main story, it's going to be really different to put two different peoples to make the one story. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay, it's good because it's
right now we're trying. No, right now it's just only for the one single player.
Okay, so just to be clear about because Matt says that they could have meant updates, not betas. Are you actually planning closed open, doesn't matter, a beta period before the release of Among Us where players from outside can test the game?
Yes, it may be, because we are planning to go on the Kickstarter platform, so they will be available to players have a beta version after they will get the full version.
Like a demo? Are you thinking of a demo, something like that, like a pre-release demo?
Yes, pre-release to players who will help us.
Okay, for people who pledge. Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
But that we'll maybe talk about this a bit later. Let's get back to the actual game and about the missions that you're going to do within it. So, big, small, what are you going to do? I mean, will there be fetch quests? Will there be, well, kill quests, I guess, right? There will be monsters to kill, missions like that, right? Like bounties like that for monsters?
Yes, there will be some bounties from when we kill the monster, but at the moment we have got a plot of the story missions, and we cannot tell about them. And this missions has not yet developed, so we can't tell particularly anything about it. But I guarantee that there will be an alternative way to pass the mission.
Okay, so there'll be multiple ways to do something. Okay, that's interesting. Will there be any stealth elements to the game? Maybe stealth parts where you have to, you know, not be detected maybe by a monster or something. Because I'm thinking there's a lot of action.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe, yeah, of course. Okay. No, but because I was thinking there's. You know, you talk a lot about hunting monsters, about being prepared, about equipment, about fighting, about... So, you know, I'm thinking maybe it would be nice to have a part where there's not so much fighting. There's, you know, more avoiding maybe a monster that's maybe too difficult for you. So that would be actually interesting for you know, to have stealth.
I can say that for this, when you will play, you will not go on the monster that you know that you're not prepared for. For example, if you don't know how to kill him, if you don't know where his weak points are, or when if he active during the day or during the night, I think that logically, player will not go to that monster to kill him, because if he will go, he will be not prepared. So of course, some missions, something you need to avoid them, because you cannot kill just like with the sword, with something, come and kill monster who you don't know what he can do to you.
Okay, so that's, well, technically I'm sure there'll be some people who try, like, oh, I want to kill. Oh, come on, just think about it. When you're going to release, there'll be like people who try to finish Among Us with like the basic sword or something, like with the basic equipment, like they do in Fallout or stuff. So I'm really guessing there'll be some people who try.
Really hard, because actually during the game you need to do really a lot of like choices. how to kill the monster. You need to instigate it, and also you need to sleep. You need the money to know everything about the monster, to know information. And
you need to buy new equipment.
Yeah, you need to buy new equipment. You need to buy everything. You need to travel. So it's going to be really hard to make the with only one sword, I guess, or without the armor.
I'm sure there'll be. I'm sure. Actually, yeah, without any armor, just naked and with the first sword you get in the game. Yeah, that would be an interesting thing. Since talking a bit about story and missions in general. These missions are somewhat linear, right? Because the story is it is a single player game, right? Mm-hmm. But the game is open world. So technically, can I go anywhere in the world from the beginning?
If you have money, then yes. If you have...
Wait, if I can walk?
No. If you can walk, but you also need to eat. And you need to sleep.
Okay.
And to buy food, to make a food, you need to also to go and... Of course, I can go by different missions. You can travel as long as you travel in those locations. Why not? But you need money, and you need the food, and you need everything to survive during your journeys.
Now, a bit about the battles, because I was thinking, will the monsters, any type of monster, mm-hmm. any type of enemy, will they scale with the player's, let's say, skill level and capabilities and armor, or will they have a fixed health pool and you just have to kill them like that?
Well, it's
will they be more powerful? Like if you go like if let's say there's a monster in a mission that's at the beginning of the game, right? And it's a side mission, and you go through half the game, you upgrade your character as much as possible, you get as many skills that you can, and you get cool armor and everything. If you go back to those smaller missions from the beginning, will the monsters become more powerful, or will they be just at the level, because they are at the beginning? Will there be a small level, like a low level?
It depends on the monster. It not depends on the level of the monster, because as I think our character, he don't have levels, so we don't have levels at all in the game.
No, but you said that you'll be able to get skills, right? So if I get super buff, like I can kill like smaller enemies with one.
If you get skills, a lot of skills, and you go back to kill some smaller monsters, then it will be easier. Also, you will know how to kill him already, because you will investigate about him. That's why it's going to be easier the second time, because you know where you need to hit him, how you need to hit him, with what sword you need to hit him. And if you will have a lot of skills, it will be easier, of course.
'Cause I like that you said a lot of things that you have to learn, right, about fighting monsters. Where will you get all this information? By trial and error? Will you buy this information? Can you ask, I know, people around about, this monster, I'm hunting this monster, what's it, what are its vulnerabilities? Like, where do you get all of this information? Where would you be able to get it from?
First of all, it's Hunter Brotherhood, because they know a lot of things about the monsters. Second of all, of course, investigation, like if you saw this supernatural supernatural TV show, then you know that they're investigating, they're searching. Of course, we will not have internet in our game, but we will have books, we will have libraries, the people going around to just if there's something new, some new monster that nobody knows about it, you need to do it like Sam and Dean in Supernatural, that they investigate a lot. They think if this monster, he is like, for example, like this monster, then maybe he also is allergic to silver or something like that. And it's or investigation, or you can ask in Brotherhood. You will have also like maybe some small book where everything will be written or something like that.
So you will work as a detective for yourself to find some interesting and weak places of this monster, or some very important thing that you will include in missions. So you'll be a detective. You'll find. Maybe you will ask some people that are around you, and they can help you to find the special things that you are interested in.
Yeah, that's very interesting because it sounds like there's, exactly as you said, a lot of detective work that you have to do in order to be successful.
Detective work, of course.
So all of this work, I'm just, this is my assumption. Does that mean that the enemy encounters, or the majority, or only the monsters, will they be major encounters, like big fights that require a lot of time, a lot of tactics, and they're fewer and far between? Like, how is that? Are there like a lot of monsters roaming around? That are all fights very tactical, or can you just go and slash like low level enemies with a sword and just don't think about it twice?
Yes, there can be a lot of monsters, but minimum of participate of battles 2 peoples. And the maximum number of peoples in the game are not defined. So there can be lots of peoples, lots of monsters, and of course you can battle monsters and also other peoples. So
who's the enemy? Who's the human? Yeah, who are the human enemies? Because we get it, you're a monster hunter, so and you have to fight monsters and they don't like you because you want to kill them. But who are the human enemies in Among Us?
It will depends. It will depends on, because the player, he will have a choice. He will have a choice to go to take a part or kings, or the others who want to destroy the king. It really depends on the choice that the player will make. So
okay, so there's politics involved.
Yeah,
if you want
yeah,
to.
yes, of course. And if if the character will support the king, then opposition gonna be his enemies. If the character will support the opposition, then the king will be his enemy. It's really depends on what kind of road will player take. And also, depending on this, there will be different side missions.
Oh, all right. Okay, based on how people feel about you, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if they like you, if they don't, if they pursue.
No, it's, for example, if you will go if you will support the king, then you will have one missions. Like it's not like the big missions, like the main story missions, but the side missions, you will have the one side missions. If you will support opposition, then you will have another missions. It also depends on how and with which people's player will get to the end, and how he will get.
So
what kind of result he will get when he will go to the end.
So speaking about the end, will there be multiple endings? Is one ending in plan? What's your schedule on that? Plan, sorry.
As I was already told, yes, there will be gonna be only one ending, but there are gonna be 2 different roads how you can get there, and with which people you can get there. So it depends on your choice, of the player's choice, how he will get till this ending.
Because maybe one of your friends can die, but when you play a game one more time, this friend will be alive. So the end will be the one, but how you will get through the whole game, maybe the not similar as you passed one time and the second time.
Yeah, well, from what you've told me just now, like I guess it's clear that you can at least take two paths, right? Support the kings, right? The king, and try to do his mission and maybe oppress the people who are against him. And in the other playthrough, after finishing the game once, you can go and say like, screw it, revolution, and go against the king, and who knows what happens then. But in terms of the world. Like you said, the ending is the same, but everything else within the world can change based on your. So that I mean, I can see at least two playthroughs because of that. And speaking of playthroughs, do you have any estimate as to how long the single player campaign will be?
How long the game?
Do you have a target? Yeah, how long? Do you have a specific target for the main mission, or like the full game with the side missions?
Full game with the side missions, approximately 48 hours.
Really? Okay, that's quite a bit.
But exact time we do not know. But
Yeah,
it's approximate 48 hours.
Wow, that's quite a bit actually. That's really good. And can you tell me what happens after you finish the game? Can you continue? Like, I don't know, maybe do missions that you've lost, or will be the end, then you can start again?
No, of course you can start again if you want, if you are interested.
No, of course. But I'm talking because, like, if you after you finish specifically the game, can you remain within the game and just, I don't know, do some missions that you've missed before, or maybe just keep on hunting some monster that you see around because you can? Would it like a game plus kind of a mode, where you continue playing although you finished the actual story missions?
It's a little bit early to answer on that question because, as I was already told, as we were told you that our it's more like a main story is in the charge of the character, not the character is in charge of the story. So right now it's a little bit early to answer you for that question. If you can go and hunt around after you finish the main story.
Okay, fair enough. Let's. Well, we mentioned release platform, so that was the thing. For anyone who missed that, primarily Among Us is developed for the PC, but also, if everything goes well, I guess, plans are also for console releases. Now, let's talk a bit about Greenlight. You're right now on Greenlight. I'm showcasing the Greenlight page. So if anyone wants to go there, vote yes in order for Among Us to be published on Steam, because Brightdawn wants it wants to self-publish the game. Tell me why did you put it on Greenlight so early? Because the game is quite a wee bit away from release. What was the thought process there?
We really want to like the public to show our project that we want to gift the world. So
that you are.
Yeah, who we are to release, and after that we are planning to go as Edward already told you, on the Kickstarter. So that's why. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what's the feedback? What have you heard from people who've checked out your Greenlight page? What did they say? What's the thought like?
No, lots of people liked us, but there are some people that asking for gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have a lot of good
comments.
Yeah, good comments. The people are waiting. They're interesting because you can say that it's something new. It's about this the survival thing and action RPG, something like this. So a lot of good comments.
Mm-hmm. And since you mentioned Kickstarter, which is a new thing, we didn't know that. Well, outside of Brightdawn, I guess nobody knew. when are you planning to launch on Kickstarter?
We cannot tell at this moment, but it may be
in few months, maybe in autumn.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been showcasing like a lot of images of the game that have been. That's fine. It's still still early. I feel like I said that like 1,000 times already, but it is early, so that's things can change. Tell me a little about the technology of the game. The game is powered by CryEngine, and the images and the video looks really good. What can I say? That's for sure. Why did you choose this specific engine?
We choose this engine because of, as you can see, our game is aimed to create the feeling that all that you see, it could happen in reality. Even all that is supernatural. No, excuse me.
No, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
So that happens in supernatural in the game take place. We explain a particular philosophical and religious concept. There is nothing unexplained in the game, so we need to level of graphics that would have raised the boundary between reality and fantasy. So we suppose CryEngine will really fit to our gameplay and all how we can show to player the realism and all the brightness and all colors.
Well, now that you said like about realism, there's an image right now on the screen about like, it's a forest. It's a lovely forest actually. It looks really very nice. Can I chop down the trees in the forest? Like is that level of realism?
It's
why not? I mean, I don't like the trees. I don't like the trees. It's realism, right? I should be able to chop the trees.
I don't think so. That it's I don't know. Well, I like trees. I don't want to chop them.
Well, we like trees, so we want to chop them, and we will not be able to do it in further time.
Well, okay, so Brightdawn loves trees. Okay, that's the message here. Sometimes too much. Come on, we need paper too. Like. Look, somebody chopped this tree up. I mean, people use the trees anyway, but it's fine. I guess it's we're not lumberjacks. I guess in Among Us, that's somebody else's job. Tell me about the technology, about the specific, because being a game that's going to be released in 2018, people have expectations about how it's going to look, how it's going to run. Any plans for DirectX 12 or Vulkan support? For Among Us?
At this moment, I can tell that Vulkan is not supporting the latest CryEngine version, but we planning to include the Seafield's work in the future.
Okay, so are you kind of waiting for Crytek to add this, or are you thinking of maybe putting in API implementation, like for Vulkan, for example, on your own?
If it will be available, we will think about it and maybe we'll include it.
Okay, so CryEngine, get your stuff together. Sorry, Crytek. Yeah, it's hot stuff. I mean, Vulkan, especially in 2018, people will, why not a Vulkan build? It's like that's good. It really looks really good, and it really looks like you can pretty much go anywhere. So I think that's a great great feeling that you can walk. Very nice. So tell me this, Among Us aside, which is your big project, you think about it every day. That's great. That's fine. There's a lot of work into it. Tell me what else do you do in terms of gaming? What do you use to relax when you're not developing? What are you into in terms of games?
Well, we work a lot. We really we like to work. we're the kind of working peoples. But of course, for example,
well, you know, no all work and no play. I mean, that's not good either. So
no, of course we're playing for example,
some video games.
yeah, some video games. I personally
some examples, like what do you play?
I'm personally play a lot. I love to play a lot. Right now I'm playing Persona 4 Golden, and in future it's gonna be Witcher when I will have a time for it to sit and the last one. There's a major Stalker fan in our group. We play.
Oh, that person might be so like has to be so disappointed right now. I mean, I'm sorry, but that franchise, it was like hype, and now nothing. So it's really disappointing. What happened to the Stalker franchise? Really disappointed.
Yeah, he is. I play. It depends on the on the person. For example, I play at I think everything that is interesting. I like Telltale's games a lot actually. I like slashers. In our group we all have different taste in the game.
Well, I play GTA, the latest Grand Theft Auto, last time.
Not a lot of time, huh? For it.
A lot of work.
A lot of work.
A lot of work. So when you
This
have
moment, we have no time to play and to how to interrupt our work in some games.
you know how it is when you're playing, you need to sit and you need a lot of time to just play and play and play and play. For example, like right now in Persona Golden, it's like you're sitting. It's also an RPG game, and you're sitting. You just cannot. You just don't have a lot of time to 1 hour just to play. It's really it's not a lot of time. You need all day or all night or something like that.
Come on, Overwatch. Get Overwatch. It's like 20 minutes a game. That's it. Like 20 minutes.
It's really
like
nice.
you can make a team. Brightdawn team did Overwatch. We're just like playing 50 minutes and then back to work.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Really
no, because
Think about it.
no, you know, it depends on the game. Because I agree, there are a lot of and Among Us, it seems like this type of game where you have to immerse yourself into and invest a certain amount of time. It's not like you can just pick up. That's how I see it, at least. You could just pick up Among Us and play for 5 minutes and be done, right? It feels like it's a game that when you go in it, you're in there, right?
Yes.
So it's not like for
You will live in the game.
Yeah.
yeah, well, you know what? 48 hours. I'm sure lots of people will live in. Jesus, 48. Actually, that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good estimate with everything. I think that's more than The Witcher 3. I think didn't they say like 40 hours or something?
40. I think it's.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Last time I was saying, I think it was 50 hours or something like that, but I don't remember actually. But
it's pretty long.
Soon I will know.
Okay. Oh, he's going to. Yeah. Well, as soon as Among Us ships, like when it ships, everyone at Brightdawn can play whatever they want. Until then, you just save your Steam. Yeah. Actually, well, yeah, I bet it's. You can see like when it ships, it's going to be like everyone at Brightdawn, like their Steam page will be like Among Us 2,000 hours played, like all of that.
Okay.
Because it's
2,000 hours.
you have to play.
Yeah.
Well, come on. Well, with all the testing and everything, it's probably going to be hundreds of hours, right? Probably of playing and playtesting.
Well, actually,
overall,
I think this will be the most fun part in the job, to test everything and to play.
You have made.
Yeah.
Well, that's well, you know what? Whenever you have something, just let me know, because I would like a lot to play this too. Tell me, like, just because we've talked about everything almost. Do you have anything else to say? Any message for people who are watching and are maybe interested in Among Us? Any closing message?
Maybe we should tell about Initium, Capitulum, Primum. Maybe players or people.
Oh, sorry, yes. Sorry, yes, that's the subtitle, right?
Yes.
Initium, Capitulum, Primum. Okay, what does it mean?
It means it is in Latin, and it means the beginning and chapter 1, because the story are planned to be on the 3 parts. So this is the first part of the game.
Yeah, we're planning 3 parts if everything will go okay.
Okay, so a trilogy. Well, that's new. Like, that's very. So one second, because Matt is asking the what? The subtitle. So Among Us has a subtitle, which is again in Latin. Initium, Initium, I guess, because I don't think they have Initium. Initium Capitulum Primum. So that basically exactly what like it means that first chapter. So chapter 1, episode 1.
The beginning. Chapter 1.
Okay, the beginnings. Okay, the beginning, chapter 1. So it's Among Us is the first part of a planned trilogy. Can we say like that? Planned trilogy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so well, maybe okay. I don't know if I should ask you. I should ask you, right? About because you said trilogy. I mean, I'm sorry, but you let the cat out of the bag right now. Of course, intentionally, but still. Do you have like the plan, story-wise? I mean, not gameplay-wise or anything, for the whole trilogy?
Yes. The story is all done, and
we had first. Actually, we had the story, and then we started planning the game. So story for the all parts are done. We have it. So right now we started with the first one to show everybody.
Okay,
we
so
are really proud of our story.
Well, that's I can't wait to see like how it actually unfolds, because there are a lot of like narratives that like what's going on. It's and I told you like before when we talked, the setting is like unbelievable almost. Really, it is. Nobody really touches on this one, and I think that's one of the big points that hopefully will attract people to Among Us. It's you don't get something like that in terms of the setting and the story and maybe the creatures too, and maybe people who play Among Us would actually learn some mythology out of it. So that's also good. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Actually, yes, it's we're thinking that the people who are actually know mythology, who is interested in mythology, they will see how it's real. Because people who don't know mythology, they will learn something new. So also, for example, if you are playing our game, then during the school at history lesson, you can get an A.
Really? I mean, that would be actually, you know what? That's actually something that games can do. I mean, truthfully, jokes aside, it can do that. You can learn a lot of things from games.
Of course,
it's not all shooting, and especially something so story driven and anchored in reality, right? In history, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll go to your teacher and it's like, oh, I know about King Nebuchadnezzar. Who? Sorry, like stuff like that. It's just a quick more question. If you don't want to, if it's not something to share, just no comment. Is this trilogy the story of the main character, like his progression, or will other parts, like the second part or the third part, have different protagonists?
Well, we cannot tell you right at the moment, right, that it's gonna be like a really big
okay, so that's a yes.
spoiler.
That's a yes. It's like, okay, so first you go.
No, as you have heard, the story will be in the West Germany, so there will be another character. So you have got
another character. Yeah. Well, but well, okay. I'm thinking now. Like, what are you going to do? Like, a lot of questions now. Are you going to be like? Of course, you don't have to answer this. Probably. Are you going to go in the present, in the future? That's actually something really interesting, and I can't wait to see it unfold, really. Because right now it's like, oh, I like this setting, but then you said 1988, so I'm thinking, oh, what's going on in Among Us? It's like past, present, future, maybe. So that would be an interesting thing. Yeah, to see. So tell me where people can find you. Online when they're interested in updates about Among Us.
They can find us on Facebook, Twitter, the usual social media of contact, and on YouTube. But we have not there are lots of content, almost nothing. But today there will be this live video, I suppose.
Nice. So Twitter, it's at Among Us Game. So one word, at Among Us Game. Facebook, I guess Among Us Game or Among Us.
Yes, Among Us Game.
Among Us. And there's also a website which I'm showcasing right now. It's amongusgame.com. If you want to go and find out, it's a little bit about the story, images, and the characters. Also the characters that some of the characters I guess that will be online. And I do suggest you checking them out on Facebook, because they Brightdawn does post quite a few things there, and things that later come first on Facebook maybe than other platforms. So yeah, definitely check them out there too. And again, on Greenlight, just to vote yes, and hopefully we'll see it on Steam. Well, 2018, that's a long time. So thanks everyone for thank you for being here. Thanks everyone for commenting. If you have any second to last word, because it's been already a last word, and this is like part 2 of the second word. Of the last, I guess.
Of course, we're very thank you for you have heard us. You're watching the translation. We hope that you will vote for us, and you will help us to create our game. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for the interview.
Well, it's really a pleasure. It's been a long time coming, right? That's the thing. But I'm glad with it, and hopefully we'll do one closer to maybe when the Kickstarter starts. If you have something new to share, I would really like to to talk about what's been going on, right, with Among Us in the last few months, I guess, because this is now, and when the Kickstarter ends, like when the Kickstarter starts, it's going to be something else. We'll see. August, September. So in the view it says August, September. Is this like a plan for something?
Yes,
on the Greenlight.
Something, but we cannot tell about it at this moment.
Okay, so but it's close. It's close, right? It's very close.
A little bit wait, and you will hear about us, and we will let you know about our plans.
Oh my God, so much patience. You asked for so much patience. 2018. Seriously, can I just play the game now? Like, seriously, can I just play the game? Because I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait, and like, okay, you know what? I'm going to be reasonable with you, right? I just want the first one now, and the other one, like the other two when you finish them, of course. But this one, I'd like now. Like, it's 2016. I mean, I can't wait that long. No, I'm kidding. It's I really, it's been really exciting to see the game on. It captured me right when I read about it. So I really wish you luck with Kickstarter and with Greenlight. And well, other than that, thanks for agreeing to the interview, and I guess we'll talk soon, right? We'll talk more.
Yes, of course.
I mean, I want to play the game. I want to play this, so yeah. And of course, exclusivity for, I don't know, Cryptic Hybrid for stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks again for Thanks again for coming, for being here with me. Thanks everyone for commenting. If you like this live interview or any other content I put on the channel, like for example other interviews, because I'm trying to do more, because they're really exciting and you find out a lot. It's a trilogy. Jesus, we didn't know that. That's exciting.
We told you really big thing right now. This is the first time that we said it actually in
it's some unique content, unique information to you.
Well, it's a big thing. It's a big thing, and it's like so many questions right now. Like, is it anyway? Sorry, I'll probably bother you with questions later on after the interview, because you know how I am. I have a lot of questions. But you know what? That's because I'm excited. I am excited Among Us. I really hope people will vote for it to be greenlit, so you can get that out of the way. Again, if you like what I do on the channel, just subscribe. Just subscribe. I mean, just subscribe. And tell your friends, because sharing is caring, and it's not only for ponies.
We also want to thank you very much for the interview. We're really glad, and we were really excited to take a part in it. Thank you very much.
And you know what? This is just the first part. No, but this is the first part, right? This is the first part.
Yes, of course.
Oh, like this is the first interview of, because come on, if you have 3 games, we'll do like 6 interviews before the trilogy ends, probably 6, 7, 8. I don't know. You'll get sick of me, probably. It's fine. It's alright. It's alright.
We're also waiting you here in Latvia.
Oh yeah, well, you know what? We talked about that when the launch party is. Like, I'll make myself. I'll teleport myself there. Well, I'll take a plane. What am I saying? Because I'm thinking it's like 2018. Maybe they'll invent teleporting by then, but they won't. They won't. That's so shit. We won't have teleportation by 2018. That's crap. No, I guess I'll take the plane.
We're waiting for it for like years now. So, yep.
Yeah. More patience, I guess. You know what? I think we'll have all the Among Us trilogy before we get teleportation. So that's the timeline. It's like, what are we going to have next? Well, yeah. Okay, so again, yeah.
Teleporter, maybe.
After the
exactly,
trilogy, there will be a teleporter, maybe.
Yeah, that'll be like the last thing. So Among Us is finished. This story arc is finished. We now get teleportation. It's like an achievement, right?
Yeah.
Yay! Among Us trilogy finished. You get all the world gets an achievement, teleportation, and that's
achievement unlocked.
Exactly. Actually, that would be another thing. All the achievements. Oh my god! Like, people will ask you so many things about those. Will there be achievements in the game? Well, probably. Hopefully. I mean, that was like my high pitched voice asking you if there's going to be if you're thinking of achievements.
Well, it's also really early to say, but if we will be on console, then maybe yes.
Wait, but you're going to be on Steam. It's just a matter of time before you will it. So.
Maybe.
Yeah, confirmed. Achievements confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them teleportation. Yeah, it's okay. Just put it on the whiteboard now. Shit. Yeah. Now we have to put achievements into. Well, it's been fun. Thanks so much for coming. Again, if you want to support Among Us, just check out the Greenlight page in the description below and give them a vote yes. Because again, if they get greenlit, it's just one thing that everyone can not worry anymore about. So that should be good. Thanks again for coming, and well, I'll see you on the next live stream and or interview, which is probably going to be tomorrow because it's weekend, so we're going to play more. I'm not sure what, but we'll see. Thanks again. I'm Christian Cryptic Hybrid. Until the next time we see each other, have an awesome day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.